Hey guys, this is part 2 of the video. This is about operators. Now, what are operators in C language? See, the operators plays a very important role in every language because in the C language, we are mainly the operators are divided into 7 types. First one is C. These are the operators in the C. The first one is arithmetic operators, which discusses about we will later discuss about all the operators. Next we have the relational operators, logical operators, assignment operators, increment or decrement operators, conditional operators, bitwise operators. Now let's discuss about what are the arithmetic operators. In this we have addition, subtraction, and we have the multiplication, division, and modulus. See, each and every part here will have special and different application in the C language. See, these operators are used to perform the arithmetic operators like addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, and remainder. Each performs these categories respectively. Like for example, let's assign some the variables like a equals 10 and b equals 3, right? Here a plus b equals 10 plus 3 we have 13, and a minus b have 10 minus 3 7. A into b we have 10 into 3 we have 30, and a by b, which means the division 10 by 3. Here we will leave the decimal value. We get 3 point something, right? We get 3.333 and so on, but we will leave the point value. We only write we only get integer value here. So in the division point we get only integer. So 10 by 3 is equal to 3 in these the programming languages, but in the decimal point it can get different. Okay, here now this is very interesting. It's all very common. We have been learning from the childhood. It's okay. But what is the modulus? It looks like percentage, but in the programming language you call it modulus. Okay, a modulus b equals 10 mod 3. It gives the remainder like 10 by 3 we get 3 threes are 9, right? And 1 is the remainder, so we get here the answer 1. So modulus shows us the remainder which we get from the division point of view. Now let's discuss about what are the relational operators. The relational operators are used to check the relation between two values. Using the relational operators, we write the relation expressions. Expression returns a boolean value, either 1 or 0. 1 indicates true, 0 indicates false. Okay, so we have the relation operator gives have the following symbols like less than, or greater than, less than or equal to, or greater than equal to, equal to, and this is not equal to. Exclamation and equals means not equal to. So this shows, and this is shows the less value, and this shows the greater value, less than or equal to. And let's discuss some examples now. And equal, now this is very important. If we want to assign a variable, we use this one, a equals. But if you want to make it equal, we use equal. We have to make it equal, we use these two, their value. If you want to make it not equal to, use this value. Okay, now a is greater than b. Example, 5 2, right? 5 is greater than 2, true, 1. 5 less than 2, false, 0. A equal b, false, 0. A is not equal to c, true, because 5 is not equal to 2, and we get true, 1. And actually 1 means true, false means 0, right? Yeah, a is greater than or equal to b, right? 5 is obviously is much more than 2, right? So a is greater than 2, and a less than or equal to c, it's false. Next we have the logical operators. In this we have and operator, and or operator, not symbols. And the logical operators are used to combine two or more relational expressions. C language contains three logical operators. And see, the first one, it is used to combine two or more the relational expressions. It returns true when all conditions are true, otherwise it returns false. Okay, now this is the truth table. Okay, if the condition is true, if both the conditions is true, we get true. If one is true and one is false, we get false. And one is false, one is true. These both are similar actually. 2 and 3, we get false. If both are false, also we get false. If only the two conditions are true, we get true. Otherwise, false. This one, OR operator. See, OR operator. This operator is used to combine two or more relational expressions. It returns true when any one of the condition is true, else it returns false. So this is a bit different from the one we have discussed. Other thing, it is different from the AND operator. It discusses if both the values are true, it is true. If at least one is true, it is true. These 2 and 3 are discussing the same quantity. If both the one is true, it is true. If if neither of them are true, it is false. If this is in these two, no one is true, so it becomes false. Okay, and this is not. This is the negative operator. We can place that not operator before any one of the condition. It returns the opposite result of the condition. That is, it converts true to false and false to true. Here, this one, it makes, we can place the not operator before any one of the condition. Okay, now it returns the opposite result of the condition. Okay, example, if you get one value, it shows it is the negative operator. It is shows the not value of the operator which we get from the answer. That is, it converts the true to false and it makes false to true. Okay, this is the truth table for this. Now, third one, assignment operator. C language contains equal to operator to assign a value or expression into a variable. Example, a equals 10. Right? If you want to assign a variable a is equal to 10, we get a equals a plus 10, and at the end we get the syntax by declaring the word a is equal to a plus 10. Okay, now C language has the following shortcut assigning operators. For every language we have some shortcuts to make it the language to write much more easier, right? Now in this also we get these examples like plus equal, minus equal, multiplication equal, division equal to, mod equal to, etc, etc. A is equal to a plus 10, a plus is equal to 10, etc, etc. So for this a is equal to a plus 10, we can also write like a equals a plus 10 to maximize, to minimize the maximized space took by a. We can minimize the word just a plus before writing. It is better to write before only a plus is equal to 10. It is simple, right? And similar way we get to write a is equal to a minus 10 to a minus is equal to 10. Before we just replace this word before this word, it becomes a shortcut. It makes much more easier. Okay, just assigning this value front, or remove this value and keeping this value, and remove this value and keeping this value here. Okay, that makes easier to get the code easily. Now, increment and decrement operators, as we have seen before, like the plus, which makes the two numbers add each other, and minus to make subtract from one number from the other. And increment operators does the same thing, and decrement operator is the same thing as subtraction. The incrementer is used to increment one to a variable, like a, it is a pre-decrement increment. If it is used to increment one to a variable, like here, see, if the plus symbol is before a variable, it is called a pre-increment. For example, in a code which you want to write, here we get percentage d, which you want to enter some values there, and here we get pre-increment. Before assigning a variable, we just give it the value plus 1. But this is post increment. First the value will be incremented, then the new value will be printed. This is before the value is printed. It is, it increments the value to it, assigning. but in the post increment, first the value will be incremented and then the new value will be printed. This is called post increment, and we have the printf a plus plus etc. First the value will be printed, then the value will be incremented. Here the first the value will be incremented then printed, but in the second case the value will be obviously printed, but after printing we get incremented in the second type. It is used to decrement the value by 1. This is minus minus pre-increment. In the same way in the addition we here also we get pre-decrement and post-decrement. Okay, now next the conditional operators. C language contains the conditional operators to return a value from two values based on a condition. That means this syntax also have different type when compared to other operators, because it gives the condition of the operator. It means we have to use the condition in which you have to understand. Like C language contains conditional operators. These two conditional operators we use, generally we use in the C language operators to return a value from the two values based on a condition. It depends on the condition, what type of condition you have used. It depends if you want to use the question mark or the colon etc etc. Two values based on a condition. Syntax, you read the condition here and you give the question mark and the value 1 or colon and value 2 syntax. Okay, if the condition is true then the value 1 will be returned. If the condition is false then value 2 will be returned. Example, if this condition is true, example, you write something here like 8 is less than 4. If it is true, which is not, you skip this part, it becomes false. So you skip this part, you go to value 2, false, right? It is as simple as that. For example, a is equal to 40, b is equal to this 20 here, max is equal to a is greater than b, is equal to the 20, b is equal to 40, b is equal to 20, which is right. Max is equal to 40. Next we have the bitwise operator. C provides 6 operators for the bit manipulation. These may only be applied to integral operands, that is char, short, int and long, whether signed or unsigned. And we have the different operators in the bitwise operators like and, or, XOR, and left shift, right shift. This is unary, one complement. And let's discuss about AND operator and the bitwise operator. This is inclusive OR, this is exclusive OR. This is left shift and this is right shift and this is one complement. Okay, now let's discuss some applications in the operands. Okay, now let's write a program to read two numbers from the user and calculate the sum and the display the sum. So we have discussed the hash include, conavo, word main, and after that we get open brackets to start. We compile the entire program in this, from this to entire up to where the bracket ends, right? Afterwards we get the printf which gives output and scanf to take the input, and sum is equal to which gives the sum is equal to n1 plus n2. The values you enter here gets printed, gets add here, and you get the output here. The number first you entered and the number second you entered and the value you get after adding two numbers, like you get gets means closing, uh, and this closes and gives us the output. And the second is about find the area of the circle. Okay, now what is the area of the circle? To do this you have to know the area of the circle, that is the pi r square. But as we know the pi is a very long number, we just have to take that after decimals only two numbers, that is 3.14, right? And we get all these values here, and after this we write int radius, that is pi r square, and float area, right? And we get CLSR printf enter the radius of circle. Okay, the circle you take that must have a radius from here, right, from the center. So you have to enter the radius. After that it calculates all radius 3.14 into r into r, scanf percentage d, and radius. Area equal to this area. uh, it calculates itself the this 3.14 into example 8 into 8, 64 into 3.14, it gets the value, right? As simple as that. Now the area of the circle is percentage f. After you get a value, it gets printed, and after you print it, it gets the value of the area of the circle is answer, and after that it ends the loop. That's it. And we have next topic we have the control statements. What are the control statements? These are used to control the flow of the program in which the program is to be flown after which, right? In this we have the conditional statements, loops, multi-branching statement, unconditional statement, etc. Now let's discuss each topic separately. What are the conditional statements? If else, if else, else if. See, if you want to write a condition, we write if it is this condition, then print. If this is condition, print this, else print this, right? This is second one. Next, third one, if the condition is this, you print this, else if you print this, else you print this. Like we get three values, then three statements here. And nested if, this is also one type of nested if it gives the condition, afterwards it's guessed it is true, it prints the value, otherwise not. Like the syntax for this condition statements for is the if condition set of statements block 1 for the if statement here, and afterwards you write the condition here and you get the set of statements and you write the block 1, etc. And for second if else, we get if you write the condition here and set of statements, you get the some answer, and else you get the second statement which is block 2. And if condition is true, block 1 statements will be executed. If condition is false, block 2 statements will be executed. Next, third one, which is if else, right? If condition is true, we get this statement. Else if, we get this statement. Else, we get set of statements block 3. If condition 1 is true, block 1 statements will be executed. If condition 1 is false and condition 2 is true, block 2 statements will be executed. If both conditions are false, block 3 statements will be executed. Okay. And what are nested if? If of condition 1, if you write a condition here, right? If it is true, then the statement will be printed. If condition is true, if these two conditions are true, then this statement will be get executed. Else the set of statements block 2, like the second statement will be executed. Else in the condition 3, this set of statements will be executed. If no matching, if no condition is matched to the statement, if the condition, then fourth one, else print this, else. If condition 1 is true and condition 2 is true, then block 1 statement will be executed. If condition is 1 is true and condition 2 is false, block 2 statement will be executed. If condition 1 is false and condition 3 is true, then block 3 statements will be executed. If condition 1 is false and condition 3 is false, block 4 statements will be executed. And for this condition statements, we have some examples here. To print, to find whether the given number is even or odd. We have this print hash include, hash concav, void main. This is very common to maximum all programs of the C language. We have int because it is in the math format, and printf, enter a number, you enter a number, scanf, it takes the input from the user, and if n percentage equals to, that is the number you have entered, if it is divisible by 2, if the remainder is 0, then you print the number is even. If the remainder is not equal to 0, then you print the number is odd, as simple as that. And we get to the program to find the greatest of two numbers, right? If you take for example a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, Okay, now here you compare two numbers and find which one is larger than which one is more than the other, which one is the uh, greater than the other number, which was the greatest number of the other. So like this you print, enter two numbers, you enter a and b, you enter whatever number you want here. If a is greater, if a is more than b, if 10 is greater than 5, obviously the printf a is greater, and else if it is not true, then print b is greater, which we get is greater here, which is value 10 we have taken earlier, like a is equal to 10, b is equal to 5, right? And so if we take b is equal to 10, a is equal to 6, we get b is obviously is greater than the a. Obviously we get b, we can change it here, b is greater than a, right? Yeah. So here the program to find whether a given number is positive, negative or 0. Now here we get to write a program to find if a given number is positive, negative or 0, right? And so just basically integer numbers, right? I'll change the color here, blue. Yeah. Here we have hash include, conabo, void main, int main. These are very common, and you enter a number here, right? And after that, it looks like this is, yeah. Here you write scanf, and if this is the if statement, you see here, the positive, negative or 0 is the required of the condition in the program we want. And here if n is greater than 0, print the number is positive. If the n is not equal to 0, else print the number is negative, else printf 0. If both the condition are false, then you have to print 0. The number you have entered is 0. Like if the number is not positive, if the number is not negative, then obviously you get 0. Else the program, okay, I'll just remove here. Yeah, here we get the program to find the greatest of the three numbers using nested if. Hash include, we get all these numbers, int abc, print, enter the numbers. Here he's asking us to find the greatest of three numbers using nested if. As we have seen above, the example, the syntax of the nested if, right? By using it we have to find what are the conditions we have to use in the conditional statements, like enter these three numbers, right? Okay, this is missing. Okay, just, yeah, scanf, I'll just remove it. Yeah, scanf if a is greater than b, if a is greater than c. Here he just discussing about what are the conditions. They will just remove the thickness here. Yeah, yeah. And here if a is greater than b, these are two conditions. If both are true, then print a is obviously is greater. For example, we take a is equal to, easy example, like a is equal to 5, b is equal to 10, c is equal to 12. Okay, if these conditions are true, obviously not, so we go to else block, print c is greater, obviously 12 is greater. Else if 12 is not, uh, if we take here the c is not equal or not greater to other two numbers, then we get b is greater than c. If it is, we get print b is greater, else print c is greater. Gets, we close the program, that's it. And after, let's discuss about the program to find the greatest of the three numbers using conditional operator. A hash include, conavo, void main, we get these values, right? Int abc, clr, the printf, scanf, a is greater than b, a is greater than c. If we, this is the main this is the main condition that is required. Everything is similar. So you see void main, int abc, these are just the values we are going to assign in this in the condition here. Like if this is this one, I should remove it to make it clearer. Okay, so now this is very important point. This condition here just makes whole difference in the entire of the program we enter. A is greater than b, or a is greater than C, then print A is greater. Printf C at the printf. The program we wrote earlier just minimizes into these two statements, right? Now let's discuss about the program. Just this, the highlight is very useful when compared to other pencils. So the program to read student number, name, marks, and calculate total and average and print result and division. Now this is very important. As students, we get to make the projects, make student roll numbers, name, ID, what college he is from, what subjects he got, marks. Each and every point we get to make these projects, right? So this is very important as a student to make himself a report card for himself, as a complete biography resume for himself. So we get int student number and M1, M2, M3 total average, the char S name, we get a CLSR, you get the printf. After entering these variables, you get to print. You have to enter the student number, name, and the number and the subject marks, M1, M2, M3. Here you get to write in the output program. So after adding these three, you get some value that is total averages by three. How many subjects you take by uh, the number of subjects you take, that is average. And you get the student profile, student number is student name. After you enter the program, after you enter the input, you get all these numbers. If m1 is greater than 40, you get a print, you have to get print pass. If three numbers, if it is for 100, you get is greater than or equal to 40, your result will be pass. Or total marks will be something. If average is greater than or equal to 75, you get distinction. If average is greater than or equal to 60, you get first division. Average is greater than or equal to 50, you get second division. Else printf third division. Else printf result file. If it is not meeting any condition, or it is not equal to 75, 60, 50, or 40, it is not equal to, then the result will be fail. Printf total marks. Also, if you have failed also, you got some marks, right? So the result will be displayed here. Afterwards, the program to read ENO, ENAME, basic salary, and calculate PF, HRA, DA, net salary, and the gross salary, and print ENO, ENAME. ENO means E number, ENAME, basic salary, the gross salary, and net salary. So these are just the conditions to write there. Hash include, we get into basic salary. These are just assigning variables in the program. Net salary, pf, hra, we get to use this in the next programs to come. In the program, the printer, we get the enter name of the employee, enter number of the employee, and we get the basic details like basic salary in hr, and HRA, DA, PF, DA. These are the basic salary. Into basic salary 0.25, into basic salary 0.15, into basic salary. The gross salary, we get PF. The net salary is equal to the gross salary minus PF. So after you clear everything and you get this stage, you get your profile, number, name, basic salary, the gross salary, net salary, everything you get into these assigning variables. You get complete output, right? And let's discuss what is switch. Switch is used to execute one of the options from one number of options. It is also called as multi-branching condition statements. For the switch, this is the following syntax. We have switch of expression. You get there is some expression there, and if case value 1 statements break, case value 2 statements 2 break. After that you write the statements here, and by default you write statements here break. The expression value may be numeric or character type. The switch statement evaluates the expression. It will select one of the cases based on the expression. It will execute default statements when no case is selected. Now let's discuss what is the break statement. As we have discussed the switch statement, it is very similar to the break statement, but it just completely breaks the code there and goes to the next line. It doesn't uh, remember the entire part of the code. Switch case, you get to switch to the next line, but break statement, it completely goes to the next line. It is used to exit from a looping statement. After you write everything, you just get exited from the code you just written. We can use this for in for, while, do while, and switch statements. Example: break. You write the statement at the end of a statement. Usually, this is not a general rule, but you generally use in a end of the statement to get to the next line or next area. Now, the program to read a character to from user and check whether it is a vowel or not switch. Now, just I'm going to say it, hash include, just this is what you have to get, switch, and the case a case e I O U, the printf, you enter vowel and you get the case I O U. Default you enter constant, consonant. If you enter any of these, you entered vowel. Or if you enter other things like B, C, D, F, G, H, J, K, L, M, N, P, Q, R, S, T, V, W, X, Y, Z, other consonants what you have written, you just you enter a consonant and you check once. If you want to make if you want to make a vowel, enter A, I, O, U, you entered vowel answer. So that's about it. Enter a number from the user, the 0 to 5, print in words. Now you want to get a value in the form of alphabets. For example, you enter 0, you have to get answer ZERO. For example, if you write 3, you have to get THRE. You enter value 5, you have to get FIVE. So like that you get case 1 print 1 statement, case 2 print 2 break, and case 3, and you ascend. Default printf number is greater than 5. If the value entered by the user is greater than 5, it is going to show this one, the value here, right? Number is greater than 5. Get, we close output. Now let's discuss about, we have discussed about the conditional statement. Now let's discuss about unconditional statements. Okay, unconditional statements. Now we have to go to statement. It is used to transfer the control from one place to another place in the program. It is also called as unconditional jumping statement. Now for this unconditional statement, we have the syntax right here, and label name example, go to print. This gets in the printer gets in the label name here, and also we have the program to read a number and print corresponding month. Hash include, hash environment, intent start, printf, we get these values, right? And after this we get these cases of every month. After we get the cases of every month, go to start and get. If you enter the values here, you get the enter name. If you enter value between this 1 to 12, it will give. If you enter 3, it gives you March. Similarly, if you enter 6, you get June. If you enter 12, you get December. If you enter 10, you get October. If you enter 7, you get August, etc, etc. If you enter, okay, if you enter 7, you get July, and if you get 8, you get August, etc, etc. Afterwards, which of the following errors will be reported by the compiler on compiling the program given below? If the program, this one, is executed, what type of the compiling errors would appear on the screen? Let's see. Case 1, you get printf first and second, printf third, and printf final break. We get return value. These are the options which you get to solve the question. So the answer is option C. There is no break statement in this case, right? Expression as in 3 plus 2 is not allowed. Duplicate case, case 5. See, here we have to get 4, but we had 5. So duplicate case 5. No error will be reported. So we have error, duplicate case, case 5. Point out the error if any in the program. In this program, if you find any errors, point out. See, we have assigned p equals 10, but we are given this value y. So see, constant expression required at line case p. Here we have all assigned p is equal to 10. There is no need to write 20 or 10 here. We can directly write case p case P, because it makes equals P equal case 1, P is equal to case 2, P is equal to case 2 break. It breaks it. So option B, error constant expression required at line case P. Okay, what is the output of this C code? What is the output of C code? Okay, now let's see. Phi hey int I is equal to phi percentage D I, and what you get here, phi hey. This is I is equal to phi. We get the I is equal to phi. We go to label, and after we go to the label, we get hey. And we have some outputs here. If you want to check, you can check here the outputs. If you want to answer, you can answer here. And yeah, for this one, you get option 1 4. And what is the output of this code? You get these answers, the printf statements and printf statements, and this printf by n, you get 1 2 3 after assigning each values here, right? Yeah. So what is the code? Yeah. So what is the output of this C code? So it opens a bracket here, and the printf go to printf void fun. Yeah. Afterwards you get compile time error. Why? Because it just void fun and 1% HD. It is not assigned. Go to L1, but it is not assigning. The value is not assigned here, so we cannot go to any errors which is not assigned. Explanation: go to is a jumping statement from one place to other place with the function dot in above program label existed in fun one of go to statement existed in main. What is the output of this C code? Just check here. Like, answer in the comments below. Now, up to now, we have discussed the conditions statements. Let's discuss loop in the next video.